CREL. What is it? CREL is the study of comparative religions. And that is where we begin. No doubt you've asked yourself already, why are there so many different religions throughout the world when one could do perfectly well? And where do they come from? One answer to the question, why so many, is this fabulous German word, Weltanschauung. But what does that mean? Weltanschauung roughly translates world view. Here's the world. Here's you. This is you viewing the world. Now imagine people all over the world viewing the world from different perspectives. A worldview is an overall perspective from which one sees and interprets the world, or a collection of beliefs about life and the universe held by an individual or a group. A worldview tends to try and answer several very basic questions. The first is, where are we? Or this might be, what is the human condition? Once we figure out where we are and what the human condition is, the next question usually is, why are we here? There's been much speculation on that since time began. And finally, once we know where we are, we begin to explore, but not necessarily solve the question of why we are here. We really want to know, where are we going? And how do we get there? For example, although scientists tell us that only 5% of the known universe consists of matter, things like rocks, plants, rivers, streams, planets, stars, the way different people look at matter is different. People's worldview about matter is different. Some think that matter matters. Others would say matter does not matter at all. We should pay no attention to it. These are two different worldviews. Does matter matter? Or does matter not matter? One of the exciting things about studying comparative religion is that we look at something called the axial age. The axial age was defined by the philosopher Karl Jaspers as running from about 800 to 200 BCE. That is before the Common Era. And during this remarkable period of time, new thinkers with new thoughts evolving into dramatically new worldviews were alive. People like Socrates, Buddha, Confucius, Lao Tzu, Zoroaster, the Hebrew prophets. All during this time period, we're looking at matter and the world and people and where we are and why we are here in dramatically new and different ways. So what I'd like you to think about before we get together next is your worldview. How do you look at the world? How do you look at other people? How do you look at matter? How do you look at outer space? How do you look at different cultures? Most of all, where do you think we are? Where are we? And once you come to some idea of where you think we are, why are we here? Because what you think, what your worldview is going to shape the way in which we look at all the world traditions and religious traditions that we look at this year. And your worldview matters just as much, if not more, than matter itself.